Hi, my name is Erin DeFranco, and today I'm going to be presenting my capstone proposal, and my topic is Low Vision's Influence on Social Participation. So the main two topics I looked at for my literature review were the US older adult population and then also low vision. So first I'll talk about the older adult population. So through my research, I found that 56 million adults age 65 or older live in the US. And then of those adults, they represent 16% of the population in 2019, but are expected to grow to be 21.6% of the population by 2040. So this is showing that the older adult population is rapidly increasing every year. And then with this aging comes a higher risk of having health concerns. So I found that nearly 95% of older adults have at least one chronic condition, and nearly 80% have two or more. An individual age 65 and older has a 70% chance of needing some type of long-term care services in their remaining years. So after they hit that 65 years of age or older, every year they have a higher chance of needing some sort of service such as skilled nursing, long-term care services, something along those lines. In 2020, approximately 1.2 million Americans lived in nursing homes, and 83.5% of that population was age 65 and older. So just going to show that a lot of the population that lives in nursing homes is 65 years of age and older. So for the other part of my literature review, I also looked at low vision, like I said in the last slide. So low vision is a major health concern that impacts about 4 million Americans in the older adult population. And low vision can be defined as having impaired vision, and it cannot be corrected by glasses, surgery, or medication. The most common cause of low vision is macular degeneration, which is an age-related disease that affects the central portion of the visual field. And then other common causes of low vision include glaucoma, cataracts, and diabetes. And as individuals age, they become more at risk for these conditions. So then, as I just said, the number of older adults are on the rise. So there's also a rise in low vision diagnoses. So last year, there were nearly 500,000 new diagnoses of low vision. And then a recent study showed that low vision and blindness are expected to more than double the next 30 years, with 2.3 million people expected to be blind and more than 9.5 million people living with low vision. And then decreased vision is often associated with decreased well-being, which ultimately impacts social participation, which is kind of how I got the idea for my capstone. And then my research found very limited resources that exist for these older adults with low vision concerns to both support and enhance their social participation while accommodating to their low vision concerns. So now putting the two pieces together for the literature review, I'll talk a little bit about occupational therapy's role within low vision and social participation. So for low vision, occupational therapists work to ensure older adults are able to age in place and participate in their communities despite their visual impairments. And occupational therapists are the experts in modifying tasks or environments to minimize or reduce the visual limitations in order for them to be able to participate in their environment. So for social participation, it's considered an occupation, therefore it is addressed by occupational therapy practice. And then again, occupational therapists are the experts in modifying the task or environment to minimize the barriers. So this goes for social participation as well, in order for clients or patients to fully be able to engage and participate in their environments. So for my needs assessment, I did actually a Google survey for home health OTs, because originally my topic was going to be on home health OT and then trying to come up with a low vision resource for both the OTs to use and then also for like a handout to give to clients. But since my topic has changed and I've changed sites, I still was able to use the information that I gathered from the survey to kind of apply it to my new topic with low vision and social participation. So these are the questions that I had on the survey, and then I distributed this survey to home health OTs to get feedback and replies. So some of the questions that I asked were, what are the biggest safety concerns that you see? What home modifications do you commonly suggest? What home modifications do you have your clients reporting the most success with? What is your routine for finding concerns? Do you supply the necessary materials? And then do you feel as if you would benefit from a resource to ensure you're checking all the major parts of the home that could be of concern? And then I just had an extra spot at the bottom to provide any additional information or comments. So from my needs assessment, I was able to find 3 major takeaways from the replies that I got. So the first one that I found was clients report high contrast tape and large magnifiers making ADLs easier. So that was for the question that what are the clients actually telling the OT that's working the best for them? So that was 2 major ones. So high contrast tape and magnifiers are 2 simple modifications I could suggest to residents while on my Capstone experience for completing social activities. So those are 2 simple ways that I can modify an activity to make it a little bit easier for them. Because other individuals with low vision concerns have reported success with using them. It could be a good intervention to try with the residents at Ohio Living to try to make things more engaging and simpler for them to participate in. And then another thing that I found was that 80% of respondents, so meaning the home health OTs that responded, noted they would benefit from a home assessment checklist. So to me, this indicates that there are not enough low vision resources accessible for the people that would benefit from them. Furthermore, this information showed me that there is a need for low vision resources. So I kind of took that vaguely, but I think that people could really benefit from the low vision resources because there are not many low vision resources out there. And then thirdly, one respondent noted at the end, in that last section, that they would benefit from a handout specifically tailored to low vision suggestions to give to clients. So again, this is just further showing me that there's not really many resources out there that can actually be given to the low vision clients or to people that are helping them. So that kind of shows a gap, which I will get into in the next slide. So as I was talking about in the last slide, kind of getting into the gap that I'm finding here. So while current occupational therapy practices address low vision, there is a gap in addressing low vision, specifically its impact on social participation, especially in the assisted living and skilled nursing environments. So to encourage social participation within the older adult community, it is important to find solutions for those with low vision, so therefore they can participate in social events at their maximum potential. So for my purpose and rationale, despite the research indicating that health concerns in older adults can negatively impact their social participation, there is little research specifically on how low vision impacts social participation. So with this project and experience, I hope to not only shed light on the impact low vision could have on social participation, but also provide solutions for individuals with low vision so they can partake in meaningful social activities with their peers in their living environment. So next I'm going to talk about my site and then the goals, objectives, and activities I will be completing when I'm at my site. So I'll be completing my capstone at Ohio Living Breckenridge Village within the activities department. And then the different units that they work with are skilled nursing, assisted living, and memory care. So I will be working with all of them. I did an internship with the activities department at Ohio Living my senior year of undergrad, so I'm familiar with how they do things. And the activities department is very involved, and they have planned individual and group social events and different activities every single day. So for the goals, by the end of the 14-week capstone experience, I will have collaborated with Ohio Living during social events, activities, programs to gain insight and knowledge on the factors influencing participation specific to low vision concerns. So to do this, I will attend both individual and group social activities and observe their interactions with each other, and then also their ability to complete activities with low vision concerns. And then I will record questions, comments, and I will communicate those with my site mentor. My second goal is I will develop a low vision handout specific for suggestions during common social events to increase social participation. So to do this, I will interview residents about what they feel impacts their social participation, and I will create an outline of potential interventions and suggestions for addressing these low vision concerns during the different leisure and social activities that are held by the activities department. And then I will ask 2 low vision experts for their feedback on my draft for the outline and make any edits they suggest. I will also create a final handout that will be available throughout the site for both the residents to access and the staff. And then this goes into my third goal, which will be I will publish the handout to the site's website. I will share the checklist on social media and advertise it in different ways. And I will also share the checklist with different nursing homes and assisted living facilities, as well as other places that serve low vision clients. And then my last goal, I will complete a continuing education course on OT's role in low vision. So I'll spend about 3 hours a week completing this course and doing my own research, and then I will communicate what I learned from the course and my research with my site mentor, and then use that within my project. So the format of my project is going to be a paper and then a low vision technique handout specific to social participation. So the paper will be discussing what I learned about social participation and low vision throughout my experience during the semester, as well as from the continuing education course. I will also create the low vision technique handout specific to social participation. This handout will be available for both staff and residents to reference at Ohio Living, and then it will be available at other sites as well, the ones that I share it with, depending on if they serve low vision clients or not. My project relates to my Capstone experience because I will be collaborating with and learning from my site mentor during both the planning and process for individual and group activities while assessing social participation and low vision throughout that. Once the experience is complete, I will present and share my findings within my project. And lastly, here's a list of my references that I used throughout this presentation, and thanks for watching.